Hallway, whispers, laughter. Aiden Carter, the arrogant rich boy, smirks as he watches Maya Patel, the quiet scholarship student, walk past. Look who decided to show up, charity case of the year. Aiden shouted. His friends snicker as Maya clutches her books tighter, refusing to meet his eyes. I'm just here to study, Aiden. Unlike you, I actually need this degree. Maya said. Aiden's smirk falters. No one talks back to him. He steps closer, his expensive cologne suffocating her. Watch your mouth, sweetheart. Or I'll make sure you regret stepping into my college. Aiden whispered. Maya doesn't flinch, but her knuckles turn white around her books. Aiden and his friends, accidentally, spill coffee on Maya's only good blouse. Maya gasping, what the hell is wrong with you? Aiden grinning, oops. Guess you'll have to walk around wet all day. His friends laugh, but Aiden's eyes linger on her trembling lips, the way her damp shirt clings to her curves. At the moment he felt first flicker of guilt and something darker. A dingy 24-hour diner. Rain taps against the windows. Maya, in a faded uniform, wipes down a sticky booth, exhaustion weighing on her shoulders. Aiden Carter wasn't supposed to be here. He'd followed her on a whim after seeing her leave campus late, telling himself it was just curiosity. But now, watching through the fogged-up window as she worked, something twisted in his chest. A drunk customer, some middle-aged creep, grabbed her wrist as she refilled his coffee. Come on, sweetheart, smile for me, drunk man said. Maya stiffened, yanking her arm back. Please don't touch me. The man laughed, fingers tightening. Feisty. I like that. Aiden was inside before he could think. The bell above the door chimed, and then the drunk was slammed against the wall, Aiden's forearm crushing his throat. She said don't touch her, Aiden growled, voice low and lethal. Maya's breath hitched. Aiden? The drunk scrambled away, muttering curses. Aiden turned to her, expecting fear, anger, anything but the quiet resignation in her eyes. You didn't have to do that, she said, voice tired. He should have walked away. Instead, he sat at the counter and ordered a black coffee. I know. He stayed until her shift ended. Walked her home. Didn't say why. The frat house basement pulses with chaotic energy, strobe lights slice through the haze of cigarette smoke, bodies pressed too close in the suffocating heat, and the bass from the speakers vibrates through the floorboards. Maya leans back against the beer pong table, her fingers curled around a half-empty cup. She's laughing at something the guy beside her says, his hand resting too low on her waist. The guy, some faceless frat boy with a cocky grin, leans in, his breath warm against her ear as he murmurs something that makes her roll her eyes, but she doesn't push him away. Not yet. Then the crowd parts. Aiden emerges like a storm, his presence cutting through the noise. His jaw is set, his ice blue eyes locked onto the guy's hand like it's a personal offense. He doesn't speak at first. Just steps forward, his shadow falling over them, and grips the guy's shoulder, hard. His fingers dig in, knuckles widening, and the guy winces, his smirk faltering. Find someone else, Aiden says, voice low, barely audible over the music. But the threat is clear. The guy opens his mouth to protest, but one look at Aiden's face, the barely leashed violence in his stance, makes him reconsider. He mutters something under his breath and slinks back into the crowd. She whirls on Aiden, her dark eyes flashing. You don't own me, she snaps, her voice trembling with anger. Aiden steps closer, crowding her against the table. His breath is warm against her lips as he leans in, his voice a rough whisper. Don't I? Her breath hitches. She should shove him away. Should slap him for the arrogance. But her hands stay frozen at her sides, her body betraying her. His nearness is intoxicating. Aiden's gaze drops to her lips. His fingers twitch at his sides, like he's fighting the urge to touch her. Maya swallows hard. And for the first time, she wonders if she wants him to. The diner was dead at 3 a.m., just the way Aiden liked it. His eyes were locked on Maya as she moved through the empty diner, her sneakers squeaking against the checkered floor. She looked exhausted. Aiden has been coming here every night this week, sitting in the same booth, watching her work. He told himself it was just to make sure she was safe, that no one messed with her. But the truth was uglier. He couldn't stay away. Maya dropped the tablecloth. Aiden was halfway out of his seat before he realized he'd moved. The bell over the door jingled as a trucker stumbled in, reeking of whiskey. The man slumped into a booth, leering as Maya approached with a menu. "What's a pretty thing like you doing workin' so late?" he slurred, reaching to touch her arm. Aiden was already there. He didn't say a word. Just stepped between them, his shadow swallowing the man's seat. His black muscle tee stretched tight across his shoulders as he cracked his knuckles, slow, deliberate. The man paled. "Didn't realize she was yours," he muttered, throwing cash on the table before bolting. Maya's glare could have melted steel. "I had it handled." Aiden ignored her, snatching the rag from her hand. He started scrubbing the sticky booth she'd been avoiding, his movements rough, like he was angry at the syrup stains. "Why are you here?" she demanded, voice fraying at the edges. He didn't answer. Just kept cleaning, his jaw clenched. The neon PIE sign flickered outside, casting a bloody glow over his hands where they brushed hers. She shivered. And for the first time, he wondered if she felt it too, this thing between them, ugly and inevitable. Rain sheeted down in icy curtains, turning the diner's parking lot into a black mirror. Maya's shift had ended an hour ago, but Aiden still waited, leaning against his car, soaked to the bone. She pushed through the door, her threadbare hoodie pulled over her head. When she saw him, she froze. "What do you want, Aiden?" Her voice was raw from exhaustion. He stepped forward. "You," he said, voice rough. "Always you." Maya scoffed, turning away. "This isn't funny." "I'm not laughing." He caught her wrist, his grip firm but not painful. When she tried to pull free, he dropped to his knees right there in the flooding parking lot. Maya gasped. "I was an idiot," he growled, rain streaming down his face. "Everything I did to you, I'd take it back if I could." His thumb brushed over the pulse point in her wrist, feeling it jump. "But I can't. So I'll spend the rest of my life making it up to you." Her chest ached. She wanted to hate him. God, she should hate him. But the way he looked at her, like she was the only thing left in the world. "Why?" she whispered. "Because you're the strongest person I've ever met. Because you looked at me like I was nothing, and it destroyed me." He leaned forward until his forehead pressed against her stomach, his breath hot through her damp hoodie. "Be mine, Maya. Let me be yours." Her fingers tangled in his soaked hair, tugging his head back. His blue eyes were wild, desperate. "One condition," she said. Aiden bared his teeth. "Anything. No more games. No more bullying. You earn me." A shudder ran through him. Then he was surging up, catching her mouth in a kiss that tasted like rain and reckoning. His arms locked around her waist, crushing her against him as he murmured against her lips. "I'll worship you." And for the first time, Maya believed him. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe.